The holy month of Ramadan had arrived, bringing longer days filled with prayer and patience. Each morning, Ahmed woke up early for suhoor with Baba and Mama. Today, Sarah had joined them, her curious eyes wide despite the early hour. She ate with them, saying that she will fast today just like her brother does. Ahmed nodded with a smile. You're still little, Sarah. Maybe you can try half-day fasts first. Sarah puffed out her cheeks. But I want to be just like you. Ahmed smiled and lowered his voice. Actually, sometimes it's hard for me too. Later that morning, Sarah found Mama Fatima in the kitchen. Mama, I want to fast too, just like Ahmed, Sarah declared, sitting up very straight. Mama Fatima looked surprised. But sweetheart, you're only 6. You don't need to fast until you're much older. Sarah's lower lip trembled slightly. But I want to be brave and patient too, she insisted. Mama thought for a moment, then smiled warmly. How about you try a little fast today, just until after lunchtime? That would be very brave for someone your age. By mid-morning, Sarah had already told all her stuffed animals about her very important little fast. Today, I'm fasting just like Ahmed, she informed them proudly, arranging them for story time. That means no snacks or juice until after lunch. Ahmed glanced up from his book with an encouraging smile. You're doing great, Sarah. What Ahmed didn't know was that Sarah had secretly tucked 3 cookies under her pillow last night, just in case fasting got too difficult. But surprisingly, she wasn't even thinking about them yet. As the morning stretched on, Sarah began to feel a grumbling in her tummy. She stood by the window, watching the neighbors' children play in their yard. Are you feeling hungry, sweetheart? Mama Fatima asked softly. Sarah nodded but stood up straighter. Yes, but Ahmed is hungry too, and he's still fasting. Mama smiled proudly. That's right. Fasting teaches us patience. When we feel hungry or thirsty, it reminds us to be grateful for the blessings we usually don't think about. Sarah thought about this, rubbing her tummy thoughtfully. By early afternoon, Sarah was feeling very tired and thirsty. Her mouth felt dry like the desert sand. Ahmed found her sitting in the garden, looking droopy. Fasting is hard, isn't it? He said, sitting beside her. Sarah nodded sadly. My tummy is making angry lion sounds, and my mouth feels like I ate a whole bag of cotton balls. Ahmed laughed softly. That's exactly how it feels sometimes. But you know what I do? I think about all my favorite foods I'll eat at iftar. And I remember that every minute I feel hungry is earning Allah's special blessings. At 2 o'clock, Sarah couldn't bear it anymore. She dragged herself to the kitchen where delicious smells were coming from Mama's soup for iftar. Mama, she whispered, I think my fast wants to end now. But just as Mama turned to answer, there was a crash and a wail from outside. The neighbor's cat had knocked over a precious vase in their garden. Without hesitation, Sarah rushed outside to help, completely forgetting her hunger and thirst in the excitement. When she returned 20 minutes later, she was amazed. Mama, when I was helping, I forgot all about being hungry. Mama Fatima prepared a small glass of milk and dates for Sarah to break her little fast. You know, Mama said as Sarah took a grateful sip, fasting isn't just about being hungry. It's about remembering others and being kind despite our discomfort. Sarah nodded, enjoying the sweet date. Like when I helped the neighbors even though I was hungry? Mama beamed with pride. Exactly. That's the real spirit of Ramadan. And your little fast from morning until now is perfect for your age. Next year, you can try a little longer if you wish. Later that afternoon, Sarah found Ahmed sitting quietly, reading Quran and making dua. She sat beside him watching with new understanding. Ahmed, is it hard to fast all day? She whispered. Ahmed opened his eyes and smiled. Sometimes, but it gets easier with practice, just like learning to ride a bike. Sarah thought about this. I think I understand Ramadan better now. It's not just about being hungry. It's about being good even when things are hard. Ahmed looked surprised, then impressed. That's exactly right, little sister. You're very wise for a 6-year-old. Before iftar, Sarah had a wonderful idea. She started drawing pictures of all the things she was grateful for. Mama, Baba, Ahmed, Dino, their home, food, and water. I'm making a thank you book, she explained to Mama Fatima, who had come to check on her, because fasting reminded me about being grateful. Mama's eyes glistened with happy tears. Alhamdulillah, she said softly. You've understood something very important that some grown-ups take years to learn. Sarah added a final picture, herself with a big smile, and I'm thankful that I only have to do a little fast. As sunset approached, Sarah helped Ahmed set the table for iftar. You're good at fasting, Ahmed told her as she carefully placed the water glasses. Not as good as you, she replied. Ahmed shook his head. Allah doesn't compare us to others. He sees our efforts based on our own abilities. Your little fast was just as special as my full day fast. Sarah's eyes widened. Really? Ahmed nodded. And guess what? I brought you a surprise. From behind a cushion, he produced a small crescent moon pin. Your first fasting badge, he said proudly. You've earned it. With the iftar table ready and the sun setting, Sarah stood by the window, observing the breathtaking colors of the sunset. She felt a sense of peace and accomplishment with the crescent moon pin shining on her dress. Mama Fatima joined her, admiring the view. Today you learned a great lesson about patience and gratitude, Sarah, Mama said softly. Sarah nodded, feeling content and ready to enjoy the iftar with her family.